Good morning, it's the 29th of May, just having a quick walk along Undercliff Drive, listen to the birds. Not going to say too much, focus on if there's any bird song. Certainly a loud wren. Go this way a little bit. Nice loud song thrush to the right, wren to the left, some rooks calling as well. Very loud song thrush there, they're repeating the notes. It's that song thrush again. And a wren. The elder in full bloom up there, which is rather lovely. Comes a dog, hopefully he's got somebody with him. Yeah, there's somebody with him. Morning. Right. Section of road really has sunk. Settled down a bit now, it's dried up a bit, although we have had some rain. I'm not very elegant with my use of this little joystick thing on the gimbal, but I need to program it a bit so it's less, so it moves slowly. Does the job, eh? Yeah, elegant filmmaking are not two words that will go together when you're talking about my channel. Oh, it's got a life of its own now. Oh dear, it's very confused. Oh dear. Afraid I hopelessly confused the gimbal there, which is quite funny. I won't edit that out. Day in the life of a very, very rookie video content creator. It's quite funny. When I say rookie, I mean incompetent. There's the Undercliff face. Oh, confused the gimbal again. That's better. Let's have a quick look down there. Don't think you can see it on the film, but there's big cracks in the path down there. Yeah, pretty sure you won't have seen that. Oh, the sun's got the cliff now. That's lovely. Let's see what the older cycleway is looking like now. Bit breezy. I should have put the old external microphone on, but hopefully it's all clear enough. So this has settled down. It doesn't seem to have sunk anymore. Big old crack. Yeah, no real additional movement here. So if you carry on walking along here, you get all the way to Knighton and St Catherine's Point. I've not done that walking, well, at least 20 years, when I used to cycle up and down here every day, between Ventnor and Knighton. Don't do that anymore. I haven't got a bike. It's one of the things on my list to get hold of is a bike, so I can expand my video creation range a bit without having to drive everywhere. That'll be fun once I find one. Just going to go to the end of this little section of road, I think, then turn back. long abandoned homes after the landslip about a decade, maybe longer now. So I'm still not a fan of filming in public. Not sure why, to be honest, because people generally don't mind. They're just individuals jogging. If it's a family with kids, I'll switch off. Dog walkers are generally fine with filming. This is as far as I'm going to go. I'm going to head back now. I need to sort the settings out in this little device so it something to do with the exposure. Don't know what that means. Back onto YouTube to learn a bit more about all the camera settings on this thing. You can do presets, which I think I mentioned before, which I think you can set up the various settings for kind of generic light conditions and weather conditions, I think, depending on what you're going to do. So there's a night mode, which I'll have to experiment with. So that's a preset, but you can adjust some of the settings associated with that. But then I need an overcast mode, I guess, and a full sun mode. There's presets which I can then just switch to quickly and tweak them if I need to, in terms of the detail, but otherwise set some of the attributes such as shutter speed and other stuff. Set them so they're broadly correct for the particular conditions, such as it being overcast or it being sunny. And then if I do need to tweak them, once they're in that particular preset mode, I can do it, but it will take me most of the way to where the settings need to be for any particular conditions. I think that could all be gibberish nonsense. It certainly sounds like it the way I say it, but update on the drone thinking. Definitely going to get a drone. I want to try and get one before the summer. So that's where all the buymeacoffee.com donations are going now. They're not going to satisfy my caffeine addiction. So donations there, very welcome. Obviously it'll improve the quality of the videos you come to see. Love this little scrubby area. It's very nightingale-y. I'm sure it's had nightingale feeding in here on migration before. I've yet to have one in here, but one will appear maybe next May. It's too late now. They've all migrated through and they're all on their breeding grounds. I still haven't had cuckoo in the Undercliff this spring, despite there being loads of cuckoos around. Well, relatively speaking, loads of cuckoos. Obviously they're a lot rarer than they used to be, but I think there have been more this spring than in recent years, which is just to do the migration route, I guess, rather than there actually being more cuckoos. Similarly with red-backed shrike, they're obviously extinct as a breeding species in the UK, but there have been loads this spring, especially on the east coast, and well, especially further north. Some of the Northern Islands, Shetlands and Orkney, etc. Faroe. But red-backed shrike, you know, that's presumably just because the weather conditions meant a lot of them migrated that bit further west and that bit further north to hit the UK. They kind of stop in France and Belgium and Holland in terms of a breeding population these days. They used to breed across southern England, redback shrikes. I will be doing a video on that species for my other YouTube channel, Steve Jones Wild Writer, discussing whether we should attempt to reintroduce redback shrike. The butcher bird, very interesting species. It's a very loud wren there. Ah. Superb, love wrens. I'm liking the new SD card because it means I'm less paranoid now about running out of storage space on my device. So I could just go on and on and on recording. You'll have switched off obviously hours ago, but I like longer videos. Can't really beat the countryside along here. It's kind of a very picture postcard kind of old English village right by the sea. Very, very peaceful. So along here has become my favourite place to park overnight, in the Undercliff. It's very, very quiet overnight, apart from the long-eared owls calling and the badgers frolicking on the road as they go past. Apart from that, it's very peaceful. Something singing down here. I just need to check out what it might be. Sounds like a reed warbler, but yeah, it's a long way down there. Trouble is, it could be an extreme warbler or a melodious warbler at this time of year, but I think it's a reed warbler. Might have been picked up by the microphone. I'll check it later. As far as I know, there haven't been any melodious warblers on the south coast this spring yet. Been loads of been quite a few extreme warblers on the east coast and further north. But there's far more likely to be a melodious warbler. Which it isn't, it's far more likely to be a reed warbler. But you know what I mean, of the two Hippolaeus warblers, melodious and icterine, it's far more likely to be melodious on the south coast. If it's either of those, or if it is a hippo being Hippolaeus warbler. Right, coming up to the end point of this bit of the walk. Head down into Ventnor Bay and get some coffee, I think. Feels like that time of day. Must be gone 8 in the morning. What time is it? Let me check. Yeah, it's 1 minute past. One minute past 8, that is. Guest appearance from my little car there. So it's now about 8:20. About 8:20 in the morning, and I've switched to the external microphone so you can actually hear what I'm saying, hopefully. It's a bit breezy down here, hence the microphone. There's the winter gardens looking very worse for wear up there. Doesn't look happy at all. Busy times on the Cascade Slope. What's this called? Can't remember. Can't remember what that little road is called. It's not Spring Hill, is it? That's somewhere else. I know it's Rennie How Walk. But what's the road bit called on this hill? Somebody tell me in the comments section, because I've forgotten. Maybe it is Spring Hill, but I don't think it is. Let's have a quick walk along here. It's not going to be any lizards. It's too chilly for them at the moment. They'll be out soon though. It's going to be a much better day than the endless drizzle and rain and downpours of yesterday. So there's a 2-day-a-week part-time remote working job in my field I'm applying for, the deadline for which is today. So that's this morning's task, is to apply for that job, which I can obviously do from anywhere, it being remote working. And it's in my field, which is nature conservation, which is a good thing. So I do need to start building my bank account up again, which is currently empty. And then once I've done that, I'm going to get on with some writing. There's the winter gardens, really doesn't look happy. Yeah, do some writing once that's done. Obviously a bit of video editing. quickly walk up and check the tamarisks, see if there's any migrants in there. So now's the time for very late migrants like reed warblers, and that's about it I can think of at the moment. Hear the whitethroats singing, as always. Hopefully you can hear that, very loud whitethroat. Just in here. Can't hear any, apart from that dunnock singing, can't hear anything much in the tamarisks. Just have a look at the view at the end here, then I'm going to go for a coffee. Hello, doggo. That breeze is not warm. Certainly doesn't feel like it's nearly June. Lizards may actually be out down here now, so just going to have a quick look. Might still be a bit cool, although it feels a lot warmer just here out the breeze, so you never know. The old red valerian's looking pretty stunning now. It's a funny old thing, red valerian. It's the hummingbird hawk moths really like it, but not much else does really. So you don't really get much on the flowers, which is a shame because it is rather lovely. But it is pretty invasive. Yeah, it's kind of shading out the lizard bank down here, so I might need to come down with some shears and open it up a bit. I haven't really got any shears, but I've got secateurs in the car, which I can use. There's some broom rape. This funny old stuff here is ivy broom rape, I believe. It's parasitic, grown on ivy, and as you can see, it's little flower spikes. Do comment in the comment section if you agree with me or disagree with my identification there. Ivy broom rape. There's a mallow, common mallow there. If I can get onto him, there he is. There are tree mallows growing up on one of the banks by the by Salisbury Gardens, by the building, which is just a massive version of the common mallow. Different coloured valerian there. So I've had coffee, it's about 10:30 in the morning now, and I'm going to have a walk up some hills. Join me if you dare. Let's go this way, I think. So I gather next week the weather is going to improve. The old high pressure is forming and will set over the country, so hopefully that will settle everything down and should warm up a little bit. And I will be doing a lot more videos further afield once it does that. No point at the moment because it's just too blustery, too uncomfortable really to do recording on the more exposed spots that I'm planning to go to, like the Needles and West Side Down. So for now you'll have to put up with more videos around the Undercliff. So it's a no mow May and the wildflowers and bees are certainly appreciating it. What a noisy old place Ventnor has become. Do love the wildflowers growing on the walls here. There's no sign of any migrants in this little sycamore clump, which I always like to check. Going to attempt to cross over Ocean View Road here, just come up zigzag. Yeah, not too bad. Just up at the Graben now on a Newport Road, top end of Ocean View Road. Walk up here and go up through the cemetery, I think, on the other side. Let's cross over now whilst I have the opportunity. So wish I could get some drone footage up here. Won't be long now with any luck. Some peace and quiet. Wonder if they're implementing no mow May in here because the grass is long and the flowers are flowering. So the bees are definitely happy at the moment. I kind of wish no mow May would continue into at least mid-July, because otherwise you have this abundance of flowers in May, which is great, but then suddenly come the end of May it's all gone because it's all mown down, and all those bees and butterflies and things suddenly facing a complete change in food resources. And obviously some of them have positioned their nests, so some of the bumblebees nest in abandoned vole burrows underground and similar underground kind of crevices, and they may position their nest in relation to food availability. And if suddenly food becomes unavailable because the bumblebees don't know anything about no mow May, so they position their nest assuming the pollen and nectar will be available for the summer, and suddenly we mow it all off at the end of May, which presumably isn't very good from a bumblebee point of view. I can hear fledged blackbirds up here somewhere. It's lovely to see these daisies and buttercups and things in flower. The grasslands in this cemetery, particularly at the top end, are very rich in wildflowers. It's on chalk, so it's basically chalk grassland. So what they do need to do is to rake off the cuttings when it does get cut. That way it will keep the nutrients low and favour the wildflowers rather than all the grasses. Trouble is, if you leave all the cuttings down, it just rots into the soil, and that gives the grasses a real boost at the expense of the wildflowers. The wildflowers don't like the fertility on the whole kind of species you get in this kind of... So this is the area that used to be managed as a meadow throughout the summer. I think that's changed now. There's lots of oxeye daisies about to come into flower. It's getting warm now. Yeah, I think I've worn too many layers today. I'm just going to go up here and there's a little pathway through here that goes up to... What are they? What's that moth? Silver Y moth. One of the migrant moths. Comes up from the south in spring. Loves the lavender silver Y moths. So I'm just going to walk up here. Go through the... Okay, it's on active track now, so in theory it should follow me around. Yeah, that's working. So I'm just going to go up over here. Is it still following me? Yep. It's rather a lovely view. Let's whiz around this way. See the sea down there. That's better, I can see it now. Alright, let's head through this gap. Do love having a gimbal so you can actually swing the camera around. Can't really do that with the iPhone. So they put this rail across, but it's not at all clear why they would bother doing this, because people still go through. So there's a lovely little cut through that everyone likes to go through, but now they've just made it dangerous by putting this fence in, leaving a gap. So you have to scramble through now, at least it was safe before they put that little bit of fencing in. Anyway, stop moaning. Oh, almost went flat on my face there. There's a chiff-chaff singing just up here just a minute ago. Wow, this is really growing over now, this footpath. So if you go that way, it goes up to the cemetery. I'm going to drop down in that direction. Actually, I've changed my mind. I'm going to go up to the cemetery. A bit more of a climb. Means this is going to be a very long video. But this is not a route I've recorded before, so back in the 90s this used to be completely open, and there used to be loads of burnt tip orchids on the right hand side of what is actually a site of special scientific interest. And now the chalk grassland for which it's designated as site of special scientific interest has been lost, and it's all turned into sycamores primarily, and some ash and blackthorn, but mainly sycamores. But unfortunately, natural England doesn't really do much on the Isle of Wight. Even as the Isle of Wight Council, the path here is virtually closed over now. This is a right of way. Speckled wood butterfly, that's nice. Am I getting him in the view? Yeah, there he is. It's lovely to see. Open your wings. You're not going to, are you? Until you fly. I do need to get past you though. Oh, there he goes. Definitely lots of potential to slip over up here. Or to get my eyes dug out by twigs. It's incredibly dense here. Of course, we don't have any deer to speak of on the Isle of Wight, so our natural regeneration of trees and shrubs tend to be incredibly dense, like this, because there aren't the medium-sized browsers and grazers to open it up a bit, which is a interesting natural experiment really. What happens if you completely exclude the oh, slipping over going up here. Yeah, it's a bit difficult to navigate. If you it's another speckled wood. If you completely exclude the medium-sized browsers like the deer, what happens to the vegetation during natural succession? It's exactly what you got on the Isle of Wight whenever bits of Tripolis I are abandoned like this. Up out in the open now. Blackcap singing, one of the winners. There was a chiffchaff singing as well, another one of the winners. So you get winners and losers in natural regeneration. Some species are lost, ones that need open ground. Lovely wild carrot there, I think it's wild carrots anyway. Tell me in the comments section. Yeah, you get winners and losers, so these early successional thickets, really good things like lesser whitethroat up here, and chiffchaff obviously in the edges, and blackcaps. I managed to completely confuse the gimbal there then, again, can't talk. Right, we're going up onto the more windswept area. So hopefully I've got the dead cat on, the microphone. So hopefully all is nice and clear. Going to walk across the fairway and drop back down onto Rue Down Nature Reserve. And then walk back towards Ventnor Bay, because I'll be needing a coffee by the time I get back down there. Which reminds me, do subscribe to the channel if you've not already done so. And press the like button, press the notification button, which means you'll be notified whenever I upload a new video. See some green hair street butterflies just then ahead of me on this gorse. They love the gorse. This edge here is really, really good for red starts and spotted flycatchers and that earlier in the... Well, actually, spot fly is probably still going through. Red starts will all have gone now. Good spot for a reed warbler that they're migrating through now. So my battery is getting very low on the Osmo Pocket 3, and I forgot to bring the battery power pack thingy that you can attach to it. So I'm going to have to curtail my video recording. Going to head down the golf course access road, I think. So yeah, just a quick thank you again for people who are supporting me on buymeacoffee.com and via my PayPal link. Both links are in the description to this video, but it really helps in terms of well, saving up for the drone is what I'm doing at the moment. I do buy the occasional coffee with your donations, but it's going to go into a pot to buy up the drone, get a drone, because I think that'll really enhance the video quality. We shall see. Of course, I just remembered I can just switch to my iPhone in a minute when I lose battery power in the Osmo. So I think what I am going to do is just go around the corner here onto the right of way, then head down towards Whitwell Road and then Gillscliff Road. So if we just go along here, ground is a bit slippery through here after yesterday's rain, so I want to make sure I don't slip over with the camera. Bound to slip over here. I'll record myself just in case. Oh no, there was some firm chalk. So chiff chaff singing and a blackbird. What a cracking view. Gonna have to get a thumbnail photograph of this, I think. Try and get the pillbox and the view down across, looking west across the Undercliff. So I've switched off the external mic, so the breeze might be a bit more audible now. But there's a linnet just singing up there. Still is singing, but a bit quiet. Stop now. Very loud blackcap. Another blackcap just down here. Sub-singing, not as loud. Little family of fledged, what are they, great tits? Yeah. They're in there, and the adult, one of the adults is up there telling me to move on swiftly, which I'm going to do. Lots of diving beetles in this water trough. Don't know if you can see them. Head down this way and go on to Whitwell Road. Still got a little bit of battery power left on the Osmo Pocket 3. Very impressed by how long it lasts and how rapidly it recharges as well. And now I have very wet feet. Made it across in one piece. Let's walk east again along Whitwell Road. So I heard work was being done down here on the Gillscliff Road rockfall. So I don't know if the footpath bit is actually open down here. Soon find out. This really is a sun trap, Gillscliff Road. So warm. There's a relief, it looks like I can walk through here. Can't see any work being done, although there are vehicles there, so maybe they have been doing some stuff. I would have gone down that way to Ventnor Park, but I'm so in need of caffeine. I'm going to take a shortcut. Essentially the way I came. God, look at these poppies coming up. Opium poppy, I think. Lovely goldfinch singing just over there. Oh, just gone. Almost went flat on my face there. What a stunning view across to St Boniface Down. Right, I've got to head down there and grab a coffee. Managed to confuse the hell out of the gimbal again there, as you probably noticed. I'm not going to edit that out because it's quite funny. And I'm just an amateur. Amateur with a fairly decent camera system. Fairly decent, a very decent camera system. Which I could only afford thanks to you lot. You lot. You lovely people, you subscribers and followers and watchers and donators. It's very kind. It'd be great to have a few comments, some feedback in the comment section below this video, or below any video. Let me know why you subscribed to the channel, or what attracted you to the channel. Is it the Isle of Wight, Ventnor, Undercliff content? Is that what you're looking for? Or is it the van life, car living content, or the digital nomad sort of content? The vast majority of it is just videos around Ventnor at the moment, but be fascinating to see what attracted subscribers to this channel. I might have to do a little questionnaire in the community tab. If I remember, I'll do that when I get back down to the car. I do need a coffee first, though. Of course, the other good thing about feedback is that it feeds the algorithm. Any kind of engagement of that sort sends a positive signal to the algorithm that people are enjoying the content, and that encourages the algorithm to show the video thumbnails to more people on YouTube to try and broaden the audience a bit, which can only be a good thing for me. So just walking down Bath Road now. Just walking down Bath Road now towards the bay. Still closed. Bath Road, you can still get to La Falaise car park just by driving along the esplanade, assuming you managed to get into Ventnor. The road, or the traffic, wasn't that heavy on Ocean View Road when I went up there earlier, as you saw from the video. So you should be able to get into Ventnor pretty easily. Try and avoid the rush hour. We do have one of those in Ventnor, believe it or not. So the Wall Hill still stands, amazingly. Still considered to be safe by Island Roads and the Isle of Wight Council. personally think it's going to collapse any time. There's fresh debris down the bottom to show it is still moving. So looking forward to a coffee. So I hope you're enjoying this video about Ventnor and the Undercliff. If so, then don't forget there are 2 books I've written. One, Birdwatching Around Ventnor, creatively named, and the second one is Wildlife Watching Around Ventnor. Just short books about the local area that are the subject of this video. Available on Amazon. I'll put a link below this video, and you can also order it from the library, and it's available in all major bookshops, both of these little booklets, and in a few shops along the Esplanade like the Longshoremen's Museum and Lady Scarlett's Tea Room as well. But yeah, I'll put a link to the description if you want a slightly deeper dive into the Isle of Wight Undercliff. And these 2 little booklets might be of interest to you. Just go onto Amazon otherwise and just search for Steve Jones and Ventnor and you should find them.